interesting idea for a welcome center. Welcome to Alabama. Here's an intercontinental ballistic missile, like a show of force, just in case Tennessee gets the wrong idea.
2 goals for today. The second is to drive the 11 hours from Lexington, Kentucky all the way to New Orleans. But the first is to meet up for coffee with a brilliant magic inventor, Cody Nottingham.
Some of my favorite magicians seem totally separate from the sort of common architecture of deception that magicians use, right? Like, my favorite magician in the world is David Berglas. Yeah. And you look at his methods, and they're just, it's like he's an alien. Like they
travel down that road.
Right, like they're totally disconnected from what the sort of standard magician ploys. Yeah. And when I was learning some of your material, I got that same sense, like this is totally different than anything that I've sort of, where did that come from?
Being poor, honestly, I mean, my family was not poor. Like we had good clothes and all this stuff, but we weren't. My dad couldn't afford to buy me a $50 DVD every week, right? Or the $30 trick every Friday that came out, or anything like that. So we just have to be creative and figure it out. Yeah. People want to be more creative. I'll tell you how to make people more creative. Make them be more creative. Right. Force them to create on their own. That's how you get there. People don't know what they're capable of until you put them in that situation to enforce them to be, right? Like, people don't know what they can do to survive until you're put in that survival mode. That's what they say. Yeah. You'll do anything. But you don't know that, you don't think that, your mind holds you back from it. But if you force people to create magic, they'll create magic.
You live in Nicholasville, Kentucky, which is not the magic capital of the world.
It's not, no. I'm from Barberville, Kentucky, which probably never even seen a magician.
So tell me about this part of the world.
It's extremely small. I graduated with 39 people. And it's just everybody knows everybody. There's nothing to do there. Like, we have like 5 or 6 restaurants, no movie theater, no bowling alley, no football team, nothing like that. It's just, you gotta find, if you want something to do, you gotta go figure it out. Right. The highlight of the weekend is to drive around town with friends in a parking lot and just hang out. Yeah. That's all you got. Right. And that's where I started. Like, all my friends would, well, not all my friends, but all the people in school would go out and hang out and party and stuff. And I stayed home and worked on magic. That was my highlight. And it was that way from 11 to 18. 11 to 18, well, until I got a girlfriend. But, still, even after school, always hours dedicated to magic. Always hours. When I say hours, 6, 7 hours a day, every single day.
As a kid.
Even when I got 18, I found call center jobs. So I could sit down, put a headset on, my hands were free all day. Just practice.
Do you have one piece of advice that you give when people ask you, how can I do this?
Where to start? I've had that question quite a bit. It's taken me a long time to realize that these are not about me, and it's not about these. It's about me and you. Right. And these are a bridge to me to you. Because you might not know anything about me, I might not know anything about you, even our names. But I can use that to connect with you and get over to you. Right. So if you will put beside the ego and all this about what I can do and create magic that connects with somebody, that's where I want to go. Yeah. And that's where I'm going. Because I'm not going to go anywhere else. So I'm trying to create magic that connects with somebody. That it's about them and not you. And it's about them and not your cards. Because people see magicians doing cool card stuff with their card, with these fancy cards and stuff and trailers. The cards don't make you any better. The cards don't teach you how to socialize, and empathy is the most powerful tool on the planet. And if you can use empathy along with magic, you can do anything. you can do anything.
I don't actually know where I am right now. I'm not getting a cell phone signal here, and I'm sort of out in the middle of nowhere. But I'm on this winding, beautiful country road, and I just assume that if I keep going, I'll find myself eventually. So I'm just enjoying it right now.
I think that should be every magician's aim. I never mind if people don't remember what I did. I do want them to remember me. People remember me as a performer, not so much what I did. That's the important part. Any performer that you've ever seen that you've admired, it's been their presentation rather than what they actually did. And that is how I would like to see magic continue. Good presentation, good personality, a little bit of charm, warmth. If you communicate with the audience, you can present anything. And that's how magic works.
So I've got to say, ending that day of driving on a rooftop in New Orleans is not bad. I didn't know that was going to happen. Probably the longest day of driving I've had in a while, but it's okay. It worked out in the end. Tomorrow, Houston.